Okay, so I recently reinstalled Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, and I haven't played the game since since they removed the auction house, because I thought, no training, no playing. So I just reinstalled and think, hey, let's give it a go. And I'm not that experienced in Diablo 3. Some of my friends are, yeah, Paragon level 1000 or something crazy like that, while I'm only 175. But a lot of things has changed, and whether or not that's good or bad, mostly I think it's good. There's been some very good changes for Diablo, but there's no people to play with. The game is so empty, the server is empty. There's rarely anyone online. And yeah, I think there's two reasons for that. Personally, for me, number one is I can't trade my weapons. So, when I can't get what I want, well, this is a Templar, and I'm using Blessed Shields because I got this Blessed Shield requisites another 5 targets, and I got some Blessed Shield stat bonus. However, I cannot find the flail, the Gyr Falcon's Foot, I think it's called. Gyr Falcon. Let me spell it in the chat. Gyr Falcon, something like that. And yeah, so it's kind of annoying. And usually I would just have gone into the auction house and either paid some Diablo gold, or I would actually just have used real money. I don't care. I want the weapon. But it's not letting me, and I'm not finding it, so I'm just, bored. Grinding and grinding for the same weapon. And the only thing that changes is really I'm gaining those Paragon levels. So that's a bit sad, I would say. But then, of course, we got all these new crafting recipes and the new system where you farm the map, just like we did before in adventure mode. So we got the first time I got a lot of green recipes, and yeah, that's a lot of nice sets. They're not amazingly, but they're okay. Of course, I'm using one of the Blackthorns still, even though it's shit. But I'm using it because I really want that immune to different effects like plague and molten. But one of the new things I really like, well, it's not that new apparently, it's from last summer, it's the cube over here. So whenever I have a legendary item with a stat bonus, so you can see this one, it has a orange text saying Smite now jumps to 3 additional enemies. I can get that on top of any other weapon. That's awesome. So right now I'm rolling with 100% taunt damage is applied on each attack. Cool. So an additional 100% taunt damage. And then I'm using indestructible items because, there's a lot of items I could have used, but yeah, I don't really care for going in and repairing all the time. And the last one is the Royal Grandeur Ring. It was a bad roll, but I like the stat bonus. I like this one because I can use one less item to get a full set stat bonus. So, example, my Blackthorns. Because you can see I only have 3 items, but I'm getting a full set bonus. How awesome is that? And right now, apparently, I'm working on the Invoker set. I only have 2 items so far, but then again, I've only been playing 1 day as well, so that's okay, I guess. There's also this set called Akan. I never knew of it until now, or recently. Also got 2 of those, so I guess one of those sets is the one I'm going to be rolling with. And then you ask, why? Well, because now we have something called set dungeons, and they require the 6-piece bonus before you can enter them and grind them. So I need a 6-piece set to be able to enter the new dungeons. Oh, yeah, and I can't trade, so the only way to get them is looting or grinding with a team, but there's no players to play with. Whoa, awesome, right? Yeah, so solo the game until you get the set, and then you can solo some more. So oh yeah, the new recipes. The new recipes have new requirements, so you don't have those bullshit crafting items anymore. As you can see, let's take one of these. As you can see, we only need these, and these are the first 3 are extremely easy to obtain. You get them constantly from disassembling weapons, right? The other ones you get from completing bounties, and that's pretty awesome. You get a cube. So whenever I go out into the map, you can see I have my quest, and I have this one called a bonus, so I get 2 or caches as they're called, but it's basically just chests with stuff in them. So by completing the 5 bounties down here, I get one of these horrific caches, and inside that you can see this one was Act 3. So if I look at my chest, you can see I have Act 3, that's this one, so I will get more of these. I already have 18, so if I need to go somewhere, I should maybe go on Act 4 and 2. Need more of those. Oh yeah, and these things, they're useless now, so they're just for selling. Had the entire bottom row filled, and I just sold them off, because apparently they have no effect anymore. Now you get these greater rift keystones from doing rifts, and you can use that to unlock higher rifts, which is cool. Haven't really done much rifting. You can see click greater, and you can select. Yeah, this is where I'm at right now, because I like to play it where I can kill the enemies fast, and usually when playing Greater Rift 14, I still have 75% of the time yet. I'm only using 25%, so maybe I should upgrade to Torment 3 level. So that's Greater Rift, let's see, 16 and up. So maybe that's what I will do later today. But still, I'm solo grinding everything. There's no people online, or at least very few people online, so that's a bit sad. And when you finally find the team, I often experience it's either 1 or 2 of them are just AFK idling in a base or something like that, and you have to kick them anyway, and no new player joins. So it's really sad. I just want good items, and I just want to grind stuff and play things. And the reason I like Diablo 3 is because of the graphics, the effects, and most of all the story. It has a great story. I know there's new games out there. There's one called Grim Dawn. It's a Diablo-like game, but it just feels sluggish. Really hard to explain, but it doesn't feel right with me. It feels... However, Path of Exile feels great, and I did play a lot of Path of Exiles, but yeah, just like Diablo, I just gave it up because eventually the grind just gets boring. So Diablo now for me is something, well, maybe once in a while I log in, I check out, well, I do the 5 bounties and maybe 1 or 2 rift runs, and that's it. And the legendary loot drops seems to have been nerfed extremely, so I maybe get 1 legendary per 5 bounties and 1 rift or something like that, and that's just terrible. That's not really worth my time, and I can't buy it because so many people were whining about the shop, and they felt more like just grinding. Well, good for them. So Diablo 3, well, I'm sad to say it appears to be dead. But then you say, well, you're just playing on the European server. Yeah, that's right. But the thing is, I'm going to exit out of the game, and I'm just going to let's open up this one right here. There we go, and let's switch to America. Hit play. Give it a moment to start up the game. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls American style. I haven't really played much on the American server, but I recently started playing on it because at least people seems to be available to play there, even though the time zones are off, and that's a bit strange, don't you think? So with the off time zone, people want to play in America but not in Europe. So yeah, this is a new character. He's level 35 because he's also trying to grind the Gyrfalcon's foot. But I got my maid, so let's get her in. Again, the same deal, except she's only Paragon 16, but hey. I had a lot of different characters on the American account as well, but I just had too many, so I wasn't really playing them, and that's why I deleted them. There we go. Same deal, same game. Let's try something. Gyrfalcon foot. Because sometimes when you type that in the chat, some people will post it. But yeah, I'm just missing the activity in Diablo 3. Even though I love the game, this is a explosive mage because yeah, I like to blow things up. And she is running for the staff. I think it was the staff that allowed 3 additional explosions. So when you did 1, you can do 2 more. And then with a fire specialty. I had such high hopes for Diablo 3. And I'm sad to say that Diablo 2 it unfortunately seems to have a more active and playing community than Diablo 3. Well, maybe I should try out the Asian server one day and see if there's more players to play with there, because why have a multiplayer game when there's so few people to play with? That's a bit sad. And then people might ask, what can Blizzard do to fix this? I don't think they can. Because the damage is done. People have left, and even though people like myself may feel, well, I would really like to come back to this game, there just isn't enough incentive, and there's so many other games to choose from now. So why should they? As you can see, I got a few different characters. But one thing is for sure. Season 5, as they call it, just ended. And today is the 19th of April. And Season 6 is going to start on the 29th, I believe. I'm not sure if I can see it in game. No, I don't think you can, but I think it's the 29th, so the 1st of April will have Season 6, Day 1 in it. And I'm going to start a new character. I'm actually going to play in that season. I'm going to try at least. So I'm going to make a new character and going to make a Crusader. Where is that? No. Oh, okay. No news in-game. Anyway, I'm going to make a character, and I think I'm going to make a Crusader and play in Season 6. Not sure if it's going to benefit or anything, but I like the cosmetic part of Diablo, so I like to just dress up my character. So in order to do that, to get the what do you call it? I think you get a set reward from leveling a character to level 70. And I'm going to do that, so that shouldn't take so long. I know you won't get your Paragon's levels and everything. You basically start from scratch. You don't have your bank, you don't have your weapons, you don't have anything. But that's fine. I'm just going to grind a character through the story first. And on normal, of course. Or maybe hard, I'm not sure. I think normal, because I just want to go fast. And after that, I'm going to run in and do bounties and quests. So maybe just level the rest of the game up on rifts or bounties all alone. So that's about it. I'm kind of sad because of the development or de-development. I'm not sure what it's called in English. De-development, on-development of Diablo 3, and where's all the players? Where's all the fun? 54 people in this chat. Of course, I know there are multiple chats around, and you can also see when you try to find a game. So if I go into the main menu, you can see there are some people around in the different settings. So what's going on? Come on. So game settings, and we're going to public game. You can see there's 12 people playing Torment 2, 5, 8, 11, 10, 13, 16. And I can't click any higher with this character. You need your Paragon level to be 200. Yeah. Not sure why I want to do that, because my characters can't even handle themselves on 5. So if anything, I would run on Torment 3. Yeah. Amazing game with very little support from the publisher. Of course, I'm not blaming the development team. The development team are doing a great job, but it's the guys who are telling the development team what to do. That's really to blame for this. And yeah, and it's just really demotivating. I was also playing that new shooter game, Tom Clancy's The Division. Yeah, and I level up a character to max level, and then there's this Dark Zone level you also need to level up. And halfway through, I was just really bored with it, and the loot. And I get the idea they want to create something like Diablo 3, but they're not going to, and people are leaving, and they're going to end up just like Diablo 3 with a game with very low amount of players, and that's just sad, because both of them they have such great potential, but they lose so much, and in my opinion, they lose a lot because we can't trade. I don't give a shit about Russian scammers and Chinese gold farmers, etc., etc. They can farm and scam all they want. I don't care. If I want a weapon, I want to be able to buy it. If I find a rare weapon I don't need, well, my only option is really to just disassemble the weapon and throw it away, because I don't need it. Oh, sure, maybe I could build a character around that weapon, but why would I do that? Because in the next patch I'll get something else that's better. No. Yeah. I guess that's what happens. Good games go bad. I hope I eventually will find a replacement for Diablo 3, and where I can do what I want when I want, and I won't be limited by this. And yeah, I know these stupid gold farmers are spamming the chat, but hey, that's why you can block them or ignore them. Or simply just disable the chat if that's really the problem. Diablo has created this communities thing where you can find clans and communities, and you can join different communities. You can see this one has 80,000 members. I'm sure it's sorted by member count. You can see 80,000, 57, 43, etc. goes down from there. Easier, fast way to find groups for rifts, bounties, and anything else. Yeah, sure. Why do I need a community when the game already is a community on its own and it should be working, but it's not because the developers are not supporting it? Then people have to create their own communities so they can do their own support. That's just sad business. Bad business. if anyone knows an alternative to Diablo 3 or 2, similar style, yeah, I know about those on Steam. I just want something really that looks great, feels great, has this good feeling. Grim Dawn is a good game, but I don't have this same enjoyment I have with Diablo, and that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the fun we used to have with Diablo, both 2 and 3. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.